Welcome to the Falcon News podcast. Everything you need to know to ship like a pro. In this podcast, we will be sharing our true experiences, lessons learned, and challenges faced in the freight forwarding industry. Today, meet Alex, the CRO of Falcon.
The subject today is strategies to protect your business in the face of supply chain disruptions. Hello, Alex.
Hi, Mary.
How do natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires, and flooding impact the global supply chain?
Naturally, they have a big impact on the global supply chain, especially if you are a company that's relying on real-time, just-in-time deliveries, for example, or you have a manufacturing plant that's working at, working at capacity, and you do need, raw materials to function. We do deal with more and more natural disasters, wildfires, floods, flash floods. We had we had an earthquake recently, and we had fires out west. They can damage roads, they can damage bridges, they really can put a halt to the transportation industry, where we have to find alternative solutions to, for example, bypass a rail network that's been brought to a halt. Where we have to find ways to get around a highway that's been washed out. Some people don't have a way out, and they wait months, to get out. We had a similar example out west in Vancouver. It's definitely getting more and more prominent, the natural disasters that are affecting our global supply chain. We do have weather in Asia that affects sailings. We do have hurricanes that affect a lot of businesses in the Gulf of the U.S. We every year we have to deal and navigate these natural disasters and provide the same level of customer service. People still expect us to, deliver on time, no matter what. So I think for us, I think the challenge as freight forwarder is to look at these natural disasters and see how we can best think on our feet and provide an out-of-the-box solutions to what happens to us while we're in transit.
What lessons and trends emerge from past major disruptions in Canada and the U.S.?
As I said, we did have some heavy rainfalls and fires out west. I believe it was 2 years ago now, and we had highways that were brought to a halt that were definitely unusable. I think, as we go through the motions of dealing with these disruptions, we find a way to adapt faster the next time. And I think now we hear of for example, not very much of a natural disaster, but a port strike coming, or a customs strike, or who knows, a union strike. It's everywhere. And I think when it comes to natural disasters or previous, events that we do encounter that do provide us with some kind of challenges, it does make us grow. And I think we end up learning how to better navigate with a little less, if you will, we're a little less loss, if you will, the second time we go through the same thing than the first time. So I think from our side, we do take a lot from what we've gone through, and we apply, we do act quicker the second time around, and we do have options already up our sleeves.
How do geopolitical tensions and trade conflicts impact global supply chain?
So I think I can refer to one example I gave previously regarding the China-U.S. trade war. Obviously, we had to find a solution to that problem, but that also cost our client double the time in transit. And for a global supply chain, that's definitely not ideal. The geopolitical scene is getting more and more complex, if you will, with countries having more and more problems with one another, dealing with trade and trying to keep a lot of the manufacturing in-house, but also adding tariffs to imports, and we have to navigate that with our clients. I think one of the most recent examples we can give in terms of geopolitical problems is, I guess, the problem in the Red Sea, where you have pirates that are taking over container ships, container vessels, and so on. Now they're having to go all the way around the Cape of Good Hope in Africa, which is adding many more days in transit, and actually causing a lot of ship owners to cancel their planned trade routes through the Red Sea. And actually altogether, they don't want to do the extra mileage. And so there's a lot less, volume, less resources on this trade lane. And It does it does really cost the shipper at the end, or the buyer, if you will, in terms of container rates. There's a lot more demand, a lot less supply. Container vessels and that way, with the pirates, of course, in the Red Sea, well, then that causes freight rates to grow, and it costs blank sailings for steamship lines that cancel their vessels. And so it does create, we do have to navigate, I guess, these geopolitical issues, whether it be China and the US, or it be the pirates in the Red Sea, or it be anywhere else. We do need to navigate that on behalf of our clients, and do find a solution. And these are just one of the, or two, I would say, of the many geopolitical problems that we are dealing with at a single time. So a lot to keep in mind.
Thank you, Alex, for your insight in the supply and chain disruptions.
Thank you, Samara. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, please take the time to add your comments below and follow us. Go to falconfreight.ca to learn more.